Hello, this is Mr. Agbamu Idonogrene. I just want to show you this applet I designed using the GeoGebra Classic software. In my previous video in this digital stopwatch I showed you how you can use this digital stopwatch to time your students when you give them questions to solve in the classroom. In that video, I demonstrated a slider, how you can use slider to demonstrate your questions when you give questions to your students, just like that. So if you go through the video, you will see how you can use the slider. As you keep changing the slider, your questions will be appearing based on the number you assign the slider to. So that is that. But in this video, I want to show you another thing. In case you want to use a drop down list or a drop down menu to bring in your questions, all you need to do is easy. You need to go to the algebra view, because I closed the algebra view in designing this applet. Just come to this place, click on this, then you click on these three dots here, you see algebra, then click on the algebra view. Then algebra view has come out, then you can see input. We always do our basic input in the algebra view in GeoGebra Classic software. So you click in the input here, then you define your list. Or if you don't want to use this place to define your list, you can come to this place, click this, then click on the view. You click on the view, then you see input bar. Click on the input bar, then you can see it under here. So anyone you wish, you can do it. Now I click on the input here, then the list I want to define, I need to create, I need to define it. Let me call it L1. Just type your L1 equals to, then use shift and this bracket. You can see this bracket I use. Please take notes. Don't use this bracket. If you use this bracket, you won't get the result you are looking for. This is not a set of numbers. So GeoGebra recognize the symbol we use as a set of numbers in our topic in mathematics, set. So if you press shift and this bracket, you can see the kind of bracket, then you type the numbers. So I always like starting with 0, just like that, such that if I don't want any question to appear on the screen, I will click on 0, so that 0 will show no question. Then if you click on number 1, question 1 will appear. Click on number 2, question 2 will appear, just like that. Question 3. So let me just input 3 questions. I'll just demonstrate 3 questions because of time. I just wanted to know how to do this, since the applet you already have it. So at the end of this, at the description of this video, you can download this applet. Very important. If you need it, if you need this applet, this digital stopwatch applet, you can download it. Then follow this video carefully. You can put in whatever you want. Depend on you. You are the owner of your class. You are the master of your class. You are the one teaching your student. Put in your question inside this applet. Follow the procedure I'm following now. Create your drop-down menu, and that is all. Don't forget, once again, go to the description of this video. Click on the link I have there so that you can download this applet and use it anytime you wish. Alright, now that I've defined my lists, I have just 3 questions I want to be in this applet. As you type it here, then press the enter button. You see it has disappeared from here. Then scroll this algebra view up. You will see lists here. So L1 has been defined as 0, 1, 2. If you place your mouse here, drag down, you will see 3 is there, just like that. You can see it. So I have 3 numbers here. The 0, I don't want to attach any question to it. Then click on these 3 dots here. Click on setting, then come here, you see draw as drop down list. So as you immediately click on it, you see it will appear in this screen here, the graphic screen. Then that is all I want. Then close it. Then you need to drag this to wherever you want it to be on the screen. So just right click and drag. Please, it's right click, not left click. If you left click, the menu will come out. So if you left click, it will bring out the menu. So if you left click and move, it won't move, but it's only when you right click, then place it anywhere you want it to be on the screen. Then the time you see is already counted. I don't want it to move to count. Stop it here. Then reset. Yeah. Then I think I'm through with this algebra view. Let's close it. Just click here. You see the close button. Click on it and close. Alright, so this is my drop down. Click on it. 1, nothing appears because I've not typed my question. 2, nothing appears, just like that. 3, nothing appears. Alright, so what do I need now? Let me give it a name. This drop down don't have a name yet, so just right click on it. Right click on it, click on setting. Then you go to your, let me see, okay, this is the place, basic, go to basic. Under basic you can see caption, give the name you want. I want this to be my question, just say question or questions, anyhow you want to do it, or just say question, it's okay. So give it a name. So I want this drop down to be defined as question. So when you click on this, you go to the number of questions you want and click on it, the question will appear. So I want it to be question, so that is that. Alright, so that is all. You close. See, it's now here now, question. I don't want my time to start, so reset it. Alright, so that is that. Now, how do I start giving each of these numbers a question? Before I do that, you need to go to this input again. Create a letter. You can take letter A. Letter A equals to type select, S-E-L. As you are typing select, you see the system have given us what select I need. So I need a selected element. You see, under selected element is give me list. You can have selected index. Most times we use this for pictures or images. So since it's numbers, I will use element. Selected element, just click on this. It appears. Then the list, remember the name I gave to that list is L1. So selected element, under this bracket type L1, then enter. So that is all. So this drop down has been renamed to be A, no more L1, using the selected list. So I need to keep selecting this, then I can do whatever I want now. Alright, so now everything is set. Go and type your question. Click on this. Click on text. Click on anywhere on the screen where you want the text to be. Then type your question here. Whatever you give your student, you type. You can say solve the equation. Solve the equation. If you want to get a mathematics symbol, you click the advanced, which is this. Click the LaTeX formula. Let's say you want your children to solve a simple equation like x squared. Let me type this. So this is x. So delete this x, put the value you want. Maybe let me say 3 square. Remove the a, put 2 there. Then let's say plus. Let me put square root here. Click on the square root symbol. Let's say square root. Let's say 16. Alright, let me say okay, this is equals to, let's say equals to, let me just use a number like, let's say 6x for example. So this is okay. Then okay, see, it has appeared here, but you can see the space is not there. Just double click it, or you right click and go to setting, text. I want to give space. Click give space. Click give space. Normal space. Okay, I think this is okay. The space here is okay. Then click on OK. Then close it. Alright, stop the timing. Okay, so solve the equation. Let's say this is your equation. If you want it to be bigger than this, don't forget to click it. Come to this place, bold, make it large. I use medium. If you want it to be large, depend on you. Let me leave it at medium. Alright, stop that time, reset, close this, then drag it to where you want it to be on the screen. Let's assume I want my question to be here. The drop down, let's assume I want it to be here. Don't forget to move your drop down. You must right click and move. Right click and drag. That's how you move the drop down menu. Very important. Don't forget this, or else it can frustrate you sometimes. Alright, let's assume this is where I want my drop down to be, and I want my question to be here. Just click and leave it here. Alright, if I want this question to be in question number 1, right click on it, go to setting, go to advanced, go to condition to show. Remember, I defined this drop down, I gave it a new name which is A. So type your A equals to number 1. Just say A equals to 1, then click on enter. You see this symbol will change. If you go to this graphic now, you see the question has disappeared. That means whenever I come to my drop down, I click on 1, question 1 will appear just like that. Question 2, nothing will appear. So let's create another question and define it as question 2. So you can come here. If you have your question typed somewhere, you have screenshot it, you can go to image, understand, browse. So you can actually do whatever you want. Browse to wherever you type your questions. Questions can be screenshot anywhere. I don't think I have a question here. Don't think I have. Or let me just put this Naira, this thing I have. Okay. So let's assume my question 2. I want the children to identify this currency I have here. You can use this to increase the size. If I want them to identify this currency, which is clearly stated here, this is 100 Naira. So if you don't want this button to show, just remove this, delete that, right click and delete, just like that. If you want to type text on this, you can type the text you want. You can say the currency is you must click on move before you do any other thing. Okay, shift it somewhere here. Alright, increase that text. The currency is what? So you are the teacher, you can do whatever you want in your class. This is what you want. Don't forget, you must right click, go to setting, advanced, condition A equals to 2. I want this to be my question 2. Enter. See, it has disappeared. The same with the image. Click A equals to 2. See, it has disappeared and close. Then the last one, let me just put a third question text. Let's say my question is maybe I want to simplify. Just say simplify. Let's say simplify. Let me say, should I use okay, let me use root, then sorry, fraction. This A is the numerator. Let's say 12, let's say over 20, let's say plus, can take, let me just take square here. Let's say this is 5, let's say power 3. Alright, that is that. If you want it to be bigger than this, you click on it. If you want to bold it, if you want to increase the text size. So that is this. Then don't forget, click on it, right click, go to setting, advanced, condition to show is A equals to 3, enter, and that is that. So we are done with that. So you can do it to ask so many questions you want to do it with. Like now I only have 3 questions. Just click the drop down. So 0 means no question, so click on 0, no question. Then question number 1, click on it. Solve the equation 3 square plus square root 16 equals to 6x. Start timing. If you give them 10 seconds to answer this, as it gets to 10 seconds, you stop. Then you go around, depend on how you arrange your question with your student, reset it. That is that. If you want to solve the correction, you can remove 0, the question have disappeared. You move to question 2. The currency is, you understand, 100 naira, just like that. Start the timing, check the responses, stop it, reset. If you want question 3 will appear. Start the timing and you start solving. When it's time, you stop it, reset. So just like that. If you don't want any question to be on the screen, click on 0, just like that. So this is all I have for us in this video. Digital stopwatch, introducing your question using drop down menu, imputing your question and assigning them to the numbers. So you can do so much with this drop down. You can even do so much with the slider. I demonstrated it in my last video, and that is all I have for us. And if you don't want this input bar to show again, you can just come here, see the graphics, she's marked good. Just under view, click on view, don't forget input, click on it. So the graphics have, the input have disappeared. So that is that. So this is all I have for you. If you like this applet, you want to download it, go to the description of this video. You will see a link there. Click on the link and download the video, and that is all. I hope you enjoy this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying this applet I just designed using GeoGebra Classic software, and have a nice day.